Assalamualaikum. I am Zaimirul. I'm try to solve the K1 by using adjoint method. So first of all, we put the positive and negative sign of each in the number in the matrices, and we are trying to find the determinant by selecting the column 1. Alright, first of all, we are trying to cross out the number for each of this column 1, and then we have obtained for for 1 and for row 1 and column 1 is negative 20 times the number of have been crossed, which is positive 1, and also the minor for the row 1 column row 2 column 1 is negative is 5, with times with negative 5, which we obtain negative 25, and also same goes like the others, which is negative 3 times 4 and negative 16 times negative 4. We have obtained our determinant is 7. So we have obtained the determinant, so we are looking for the minor. When we are find the minor, we just subtotal all the numbers by cross of each number. Don't forget to the positive and negative sign in cofactors, and we just times by of each sign only. We don't have to multiply with the numbers. So we have obtained only negative 20 and negative 5, negative 3 and 16, and same goes like for the others rows and columns. After that, after all the minors have obtained, we are transpose of this number, and then we have get the adjoint. In order to find the inverse matrix, we use the formula 1 over determinant times adjoint for K1. So we just put 1 over 7, which is our determinant, times our adjoint. We have obtained of this inverse of K1.
Okay, now I am Hasif. Now I'm going to explain about decrypt the message. So from this set A, I alone have give the matrix of P, which is this, and then to get the message, we need to multiply the inverse K1. So after we this is K1. After we multiply it, we get the fraction. These fractions are incorrect because the fraction is not exist in message. So therefore, the message cannot be defined by Busu. So I think that's all from us. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Izzat, and I want to present the matrix. So we get the K2s. So we use the ARO method to get the inverse. So at the left side we write the matrix and the right side we write the identity matrix. At the first row, we need to multiply with 1 over 2 row 1 to get the diagonal. At the second row, we need to subtract row 2 with row 1 to get the 0. At the third row, we need to plus row 3 with 4 row 1 to get the 0, and lastly for the row 4, we need to subtract row 4 with 6 row 1 0. So that's. My name is Akil. Today we proceed with the column 2. At the row 2, at the column 2, row 2, we must multiply row 2 with scalar 1 over 2 to get the diagonal is 1. For the row 1, we must subtract the row 1 with row 2 to get 0. For the row 3, we must subtract the row 3 with 5 R2 to get the 0. And we proceed to the column 3. We must multiply the row 3 with 5 over 2 over 5 to get the diagonal 1. and the row 1 we must plus with 1/2 row 3 to get 0, and lastly for the row 2 we must minus row 2 with scalar 5/2 R3 to get the 0, and we can proceed to the column 4 as the diagonal for the column 4 is 0, so diagonal must be 1, but we get 0, so we can conclude that the K2 matrix does not have inverse as the diagonal of the fourth column, fourth row is 0. That's all.
So today we get the K3. So we want to inverse it by using ERO method. So the first one is, so for the first one, this is the matrices of K3. This is identity. At the end of the ERO method, the left side would be the identity and the right side would be the inverse of K3. So the first one is we select the diagonal, which is the row 1 column 1. So if the diagonal stated into 1, so we don't have to change it, and we proceed to the another number, which is it must to convert into 0. So by converting it into 0, we use method of summation on a summation of itself by multiplication of another row, this one. So from this we get the first column is 1 0 0, and as we know, it must proceed into every number of the row. So this is row 2. Every number must be use this procedure. So ni for row 3, for row 4. So for the second column, the diagonal stated on column 2, row 2. So this one -9. So we use the procedure of multiplication by a non-scalar product, this one. So we get it 1, and we proceed it of another number by converting it to 0 by use this procedure. And the last one, it might be the answer. So
Okay, hi, I'm Faris. So I will have to explain after we get the K3 inverse. This the inverse, and we need to times it with the P to get the secret code, which is M. So here is the code. After that, we need to change it with the alphabet. After we change the alphabet, we got the Asper head start. So the secret code from Along to Busu is after Asper head start.